Fall is such an important time to be working in and around your garden, and it's an especially important time to bring those non-hardy plants inside for the winter time. But before you do that, I want to talk to you about a few techniques that you should do to make sure that those uninvited pests that may be lurking on your plant from coming inside to enjoy the indoors with you over the winter time. While non-hardy plants like this gardenia right here will happily soak up the warm temperatures of the summer sun, they don't do so well in the winter time, and in fact most of them die, hence the term non-hardy. So you need to bring them inside to protect them and overwinter them. And as you do that, there are a lot of insects that want to come inside too. Some good, some not so good, but I'm guessing that you don't want any insects coming into the house. So here's a technique that you can do to make sure that you eliminate all of the insects on your plant, and that is simply to spray them off with a stiff blast of water. Now that's going to take the good guys and the bad guys off. Hopefully it's not going to kill anybody, but it's going to remove them from the plant, and that's your main objective. So the way that you do that is to get your hose out with a stiff nozzle spray and go ahead and aggressively, vigorously spray the plant until you feel satisfied that you've gotten on top of the leaves and under the leaves and down low and everywhere that a pest could be lurking. That's your goal right now. Okay, so you get the idea of what I'm doing right here, and hopefully that takes care of the problem. Most of the time it does, but from here I'm going to set this out in a warm place, allow it a couple days to dry out, and then I'm going to re-inspect this plant to determine whether or not I need to take further action. So we've sprayed our plant off thoroughly. It's been a couple days, it's nice and dry, and now we're inspecting our plant very carefully before we bring it back in, because at this point we could bring it back in as is, thinking or knowing that we've cleared the deck, all the pests are off of here from just that stiff spray of water, but we still want to look it over very carefully before we bring it back in. And if we notice any pest activity, well, that's a sign that our work is not done yet. But what you may want to do at this point, what I recommend, is to leave it out here for a couple days. If time permits, you still have enough warm weather remaining before it gets too cold, and let the beneficials move in, because if that happens, they're going to take out the bad guys. So give yourself a couple days to see if that happens. And if it does, inspect it again. Now you're not going to likely see every single insect that's on here, good or bad, but there becomes a threshold that you need to accept one way or the other that it's good enough for me. You know, if you want something that's pristine, you're probably going to need to take it to the next step. So there's two options that I can get behind. And the first is insecticidal soap. Now this is a version that's ready to use because of the spray bottle, so you can spray it directly onto the plant. It basically is potassium salts or fatty acids. That's what's drying out the soft-bodied pest that causes them to die. It desiccates them, and that's how insecticidal soap works. Just like when you're in the shower and you come out, you feel kind of dry, that's the soap. Well, this is deadly to soft-bodied insects. Now the ready-to-use version is one option, and another one is just the liquid concentrate. So just add some water to this according to the directions on the package, and then you can spray it onto the plant. Now there are a lot of recipes out there online for making your own version of insecticidal soap. Although they work, I highly recommend that you just spend a few bucks and buy the highly refined, already made product, because you can't go wrong with that. The risk that you take when you try to make your own is that you use too much soap, or it's too strong on the leaves and it can cause harm to your plants, and it's just not worth it. Spend a few bucks and buy something that's ready to go. Now, the other option for you is botanical oil or horticultural oil. Now this has a lot of nice herb type of oils in it that's very effective, but the difference between insecticidal soap and this is that this is more broad spectrum, meaning that it's going to impact more insects than just the soft-bodied ones, because the highly refined oil is going to coat the entire body and basically take away their ability to breathe, and that's how they're going to die. So now with both of these products, the botanical oils or the horticultural oil and the insecticidal soap, these are called non-selective or broad spectrum, meaning that they do not differentiate between the pest and the beneficial insects. So whatever they come in contact with, they are going to kill them. If it is deadly at all, it's going to impact the beneficials and the pest. So be careful about that. And if you can resist the temptation to use any of these products, all the better. You're taking a little bit of a chance when you move them inside, but if you happen to see pests showing up, bring it back outside and deal with it then. But these are your options that I would recommend And once you know your options, you're ready to go and take them inside, having taken the proper precautions.